Once a person is financially secure in his life, his perception of wealth must change. In life, we are working so hard for acquisition of wealth, but we are never bothered to stop and think about how much time we really use our wealth. By comparing the time we spend in enjoying our wealth and the time spent in working or say acquiring the wealth, we will find that it is an unfair deal, especially in the capitalist economy, as the system always expects more output than input materialistically. If we consider how many other factors are responsible for our happiness and how many of them are actually because of wealth, we will find that it is not wise to run after those mental, material, psychological and hypothetical comforts of wealth. If we try to recollect the most beautiful and happiest moment of life from the presumed lifespan, we will find that there are very few moments to be remembered, and only those moments can be said to be real lifespan. Rest of the life we live mechanically without enjoying much. Money is not memorable in long term, but experiences of life are remembered for longer duration. We may not remember how much we spent on our beloved or enjoyment, but we may never forget the intimate experience of life's journey. And these happy moments are not necessarily only because of the monetary aspects. In life, there are very few moments of happiness and very few moments of unhappiness. Rest of the life is monotonous, same office, same business, same people, similar problems, same routine. Thus, people may easily become immune to the monotonous living, however rich the lifestyle may be. It's like we never feel the touch of clothes in spite of wearing daily. We love possessing cars, expensive gadgets, possessing a bungalow, a huge business empire, etc. But just calculate how much time and energy we devote in acquiring all these assets and how much time we really spend enjoying all these assets. For example, if you are getting approximately 100 rupees per hour in India for your work, and if you buy a car worth of 10 lakhs, then in reality the car is the result of 10,000 hours of your life. So in terms of happiness and contentment in life regarding wealth, the input is much more than the output. Bhutan is an excellent example of economic progression of gross domestic happiness instead of gross domestic product. They value happiness more than the monetary growth of their country. In life, after the basic needs are fulfilled, everyone desires to spend lavishly on tours, travels, parties, cars, houses, etc. But all these experiences in due course of time turns only into memories. Consider this: if someone saves money over many years, sacrificing his many small but satisfying valuable desires for the expensive foreign tour, and he finishes the tour in few weeks, then his entire saving and expenditure is equivalent to the experience of the tour of the limited time. As time goes by, the tour is just a memory, like a dream. Over the period, the experiences become memories and they fade as the time goes by and seems like a distant dream, however real the experience might have been. How many people really remember their past childhood, and even if they remember, it is just for a small time. Nowadays, one can even enjoy virtual 360-degree tours. These tours also serve the same purpose. Studies have proved that in experience, virtual tours are equivalent to real tours. Similarly, the entire actual tour can be remembered in few minutes or in very short time. Thus, the memory of experiences seems real compared to the dreams, just because of the additional sensory proof of the experiences. Consider this: if someone has experienced a beautiful holiday 10 years ago and another person has dreamt a very beautiful holiday recently, then the faded experience of one person can be comparable to the dream of another person. So the time spent on enjoyment is less compared to the time spent to earn that amount. One must always evaluate the importance and validity of expensive experience before spending lavishly. Expensive food in an expensive restaurant serves the same purpose as the normal restaurant, only that the ambience is richer. If the food is tasty, the ambience does not matter. But if food is not tasty, we do not enjoy the food in spite of rich ambience. 1/3 of human life, that is approximately 20 years of human being, goes in sleeping, and hence the comfort and the wealth, mental and physical, play no role for that period. Only peaceful sleep matters, and we know that that's the real reward of life. 1/3 life goes in learning, getting ready for life, in the ignorance of importance of wealth games, because in childhood no one thinks much about wealth. Normally, in young age, the needs, the greed, and the responsibilities are very less. The young have very different priorities. The web of capitalism or say materialism has not yet gripped them. They are thus happier without much wealth or assets. Whatever remaining life is left, 1/3 goes in struggling, acquiring, collecting, competing, manipulating, creating, politics, rivalry, traveling, facing undesired moments and the persons, fighting bad health, stress, tension, hospitals, etc. Where does one find time for the material comforts? No doubt that one may enjoy the journey of life, the aims, the passion, the struggle, the competition, the award, but this enjoyment is not because of wealth. It is the inner zeal of life which makes it interesting. One really is rich only for short while in life, in spite of having everything. Every day, most of our time goes in monotonous lifestyle, like we spend time in bathroom, shaving, brushing teeth, makeup, cooking, watching, talking over the phone, having tea, coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner, driving, traveling, exercising, shopping, waiting for our turn in queues, etc. One can easily evaluate their own life schedule and realize the value of extra unused assets in these moments. The extra assets exist, but we use them very rarely. If all the efforts and energy used for creating the extra wealth is put to understand life, wants, need, and practicing contentment, one can lead his life very peacefully and happily without much struggle and botheration of wealth. The eternal truth is, if we are content with life, we lose nothing in life. So just by reorganizing our life over the priorities, one can enjoy life in much better plane of existence. Everyone has limited time. Learning to liquidate it timely and wisely is the real art of living. Time is real wealth of life. Budget your time and not your money.